Marina Bay Sands, and we're celebrating the 26th.
We're back at the Marina Bay Sands Theater. Now what's going to be happening very soon is the Silver Screen Awards, which is also part of the Singapore International Film Festival. Now the Silver Screen Awards aims to create awareness of the rich filmmaking talent in Asia, Southeast Asia, and Singapore. First introduced to the festival in 1991, the Silver Screen Awards was the first such international film competition with a specific Asian film category, thus creating the rise of Asian film and recognized the talents of the new and upcoming filmmakers, many of whom went on to become one of the most prominent filmmakers of our time. Now another initiative was in 2014 with the expansion of the short film competition section for the Singapore short film category of the Southeast Asian short film category, opening up the competition to short filmmaking talents in the region. The Singapore International Film Festival is part of the Singapore Media Festival. Along with SGIFF, Singapore Media Festival brings together another 4 constituent events: Asia TV Forum and Market, Screen Singapore, Asian Television Awards, and the latest edition, Digital Matters. This year, the festival ran from the 26th of November till tomorrow, the 6th of December. Now, if you've catch some of the event highlights on www.sgmediafestival.com, you would have been very familiar with what the festival offers and witnessed how we've enjoyed ourselves and learned more about the local and regional film industries.
So they've come together with their army and their team to make this possible. But tonight, it's the big awards. This is the big kahuna, okay? The big stars of Asia are here tonight, some of which you're going to meet in just a moment after I've done my spiel up here at the top. But it did start. The Silver Screen started in 19...
Now I'm here with Mr. Royston Tan. Thank you so much for joining us. Now just wondering, what does the film festival mean to you?
Singapore National Film Festival is a very special place for me because this festival is a place where I first started, and in fact today was very, very special because I met the famous Iranian director, Mr. Mohsen, and he presented me with my best short film award in year 2000. I haven't seen him for 15 years, and today is a wonderful reunion with him. Yeah.
Wow, that's very amazing. Now, for you as a filmmaker, what actually inspires you to make film? What is the huge inspiration?
I think it's I think it has to be with the film festival. Every time when I go to a festival and then when you see people being moved by films from different countries, you know, we all are different cultures, but you know, certain things are universal. So I guess it's a two-way thing between the audience and the director.
Yes, because creativity is international anyway, right? So have you seen any actors that you've been like, okay, this guy I want to collaborate? Any men or women who you're excited to collaborate with?
I usually like to work with people on the street, so yeah, but I'm open to different options. Yeah, maybe tonight we just go drink a little bit and after that we can...
Sounds like a plan indeed. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Award, I believe she's waiting just across the corner. Michelle Yeoh is going to be here, so we have to cheer very, very... Choice Award, which I hope some of you got involved in. This is the first time we're doing this, so this is for avid film goers and newbies as well. If you saw a film that really resonated with you, that really spoke to you, we asked you to go ahead and vote. Vote for your best one, and we're going to announce that winner just after midnight tonight and re-screen that feature film as well, okay? Last but not least, as I said, collaboration, TEAM, together everybody achieves more. This, what you see, what you're experiencing tonight, took an army. So we have to thank them. The 26th Singapore International Film Festival is an event of the Singapore Media Festival, hosted by sponsor Marina Bay Sands. Thank you so very much. And our official festival time. Where we get to meet the movers and shakers. First on, you're going to meet the people who have the toughest job ever. And that is the jury. The jury at the panels and had to watch these brilliant films and come up with a winner. Can you just imagine how they had to pull their hair? But they are ready to come and meet us. Taking a photo? They're taking a photo right now. They're on their way. Okay, very good. So, we're very lucky tonight. It is my jury head there is Wu Jin Feng. Hopefully they're on their way. Or perhaps the paparazzi are all up in style. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming down. Thanks for being with us. Big round of applause. I think we can manage that. A very tough team. We also have the members of the Asian feature film jury with us here tonight. Thank you, thank you. We're going to give you a microphone here because we do want to have a bit of a chat. Don't worry, everything is fine. These are very nice people. Okay, thank you. I honestly think you had the hardest job of everybody here. Think about it. You know, it's the 26th edition. What would you have to say about the caliber and the content of the nominees this year?
It was fantastic. We spent the last 2 days watching short films all over Southeast Asia. And for me, it's particularly meaningful because it was 10 years ago when my first short film was
Very poignant, right? But were there sleepless nights where you just didn't know which way to go?
not really. I think it was quite unanimous.
Well, that's good. That always helps, consensus. Okay, well, have a wonderful night, and thank you for being a massive part of this. It's wonderful to see you here. Thank you. So we shall move on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you should know this gentleman is about to approach the stage, as well as the person next to him. We have Eric Koo, presenter and director of the International Advisory Board, GIFF, and we also have presenter and actress Michelle Yeoh. Thank you so much. We're so happy to see you both reunited, and it feels so good. Thank you. Right? It does. Lovely to see you both. Eric, congratulations. Eric, congratulations. So your film is screened on Tuesday.
That's right.
So that's a brilliant film. In the room, if you haven't seen it, you're truly missing out. A very clever premise. But what's happening with the film? What's next? What would you like to see happen from now on?
I'd like to release pretty one.
I was reading about that. You have to keep your fingers crossed because it's brilliant. It's such a clever premise, and I think Singapore is ready for it right now. Okay, but I did read with you, Michelle, that when Eric tried to convince you to come and be a part of In the Room, he said it's easy, it's just a cameo. And then you show up and he says, oh, by the way, you must cry. After not acting for 10 years, what was that like?
You know, the way with Eric, he can persuade anybody to do anything, really. You know, and I just that's all I did. I showed up, some who's makeup on her, you know, throw money and went cry. So, you know, he what he wants. That's the magic about working with Eric.
And he knew that. He just needed to lure you in, hook you in. Well, thank you to both.
Who started his career right here at the film festival 10 years ago, and today he's standing with us as a jury member. So just wanted to find out from you, what are the key elements that you're looking for as a jury member?
I think what's important is because these are short films, I think the filmmaker's voice and I think the heart needs to be very apparent in the films. And I'm very glad that there were quite a number of films this year where the heart and the voices of the filmmakers showing through. Yeah.
Right, and you having been one of the people in the film festival 10 years ago, how does it feel? How has film evolved? Or how has Asian film evolved over a decade?
Well, I mean, for me it's particularly meaningful because it was exactly 10 years ago that my first short film got a couple of awards at the same awards. And so to be presiding over the current jury is very, very special for me. Yeah, and I think short films in general, I think right now in Singapore, there are many filmmakers who believe that making short films is a stepping stone into their eventual careers making feature films.
Which it is.
Yeah, it is. And no, but more and more people are catching on the wave, and there's so many short film competitions around. I think the most prestigious of them would be the one that is happening tonight. It's not just Singapore films, but Southeast Asian films.
And we're all very excited about that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Fly Entertainment artists right here in sunny Singapore, please come on down. We have Cheryl Wee, we have Adele Wong, we have Vanessa Underschatten, Amy Chen, and Darius Tan. Thank you so much for being here. This is my family. This is wonderful. Hello, Adele. Wonderful. All of you just better than me. Thanks. Hello. Hi,
Hi, we're here with director Brillante Mendoza, a very, very prominent filmmaker from the Philippines. Now, when you watch films, what is the X factor that filmmakers require?
When I watch film, the first thing I'm looking for is the emotion, is the heart of the filmmaker, and is the heart of the story. So that's also what I'm expecting, from the filmmakers. If you want to become a filmmaker, you have the heart, meaning you have the kind of connection, not only to your story but also to your characters.
Right, and so over the years, how has Asian film developed?
Well, most especially in Southeast Asia, I think it has developed a lot. It is really thriving, especially in this part of the world, where especially now the young filmmakers are giving a lot of chance to tell their stories, to tell their films. I mean, to show their films. I think the technology has something to do with it. Right. Now you can do a film with your cell phone, and
yes.
it has become very accessible. So I think this generation is really, really very lucky. Yeah.
So as an award-winning filmmaker yourself, what advice would you give to budding filmmakers out there?
Well, I think filmmakers should have not only the passion but also the commitment. Commitment meaning that no matter what, they should be able to do their films regardless of the lack of resources. I think they should have that commitment and that drive to tell their stories.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You notice that red carpet is the longest red carpet I have ever seen. You go left, you go right, you go another 90 degrees left. Imagine all the long gowns. So they're going to be coming down soon. And it's great. It's great to see this kind of support tonight. And I know a lot of the nominees are in the house this evening, probably nervous. The wonderful thing is, you made it this far. People are watching your work, people are listening to what you're saying, and you've had an incredible platform to showcase it. And all the brilliant films that have been showcased in this gorgeous country in wonderful locations. We're talking the National Museum, the wonderful gallery that's just opened. So this is it. People recognize your hard work, and tonight is all about you. So I believe our friends from MediaCorp are here. One more time, please. Give it up, my friends, for Paul Young. We have Taping Queen, Richard Law, and Georgina Chen. Thank you very much. You see, I'm doing my very best not to be starstruck right now, okay? I'm going to keep it very professional. Very professional. Thank you for coming down here. I'd like to start with you, Georgina. I mean, you had a chance to capture, or at least watch some of the films this year, right? What was that like? And did anything impress you?
I'm here with award-winning filmmaker Mr. Eric Koo. Now, could you please tell us, over the years, you've done many, many short films, and it's been 20 years since Me Pok Mang. What is it like reuniting with the cast?
Well, I must say, it's definitely a very emotional festival for me, this particular one, because we've got the restored version of my first film, Me Pok Mang, screening here. Right. I've got my latest film screening here, uncut, and my son, my eldest son, he's got a short in competition, right? So it's wonderful, and I started off with the film festival making short films, and it's almost like, I think, a rites of passage for every feature filmmaker, right? Yes. It's like you can talk about Jack Neo, Jun Feng, Royston, Calvin, we've all gone through the SGIFF, right? So I'm particularly happy tonight because I'll be giving the prize for the best short film. Right. And I won back in '91, and decades later, I'm going to give it out, and it's great. Emotional. Okay. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. You covered all the questions with one go, actually, so good stuff.
I can go back to my wine.
Yes, he's going to enjoy his wine. Thank you so much, sir.
So like I said, we're going to meet a few more of the artists tonight, including the recipient, of course, of the Cinema Legend Award from Malaysia, the absolutely stunning and talented Michelle Yeoh is waiting on the wings to come on stage in just a little bit. And I can't wait to ask her, she's in a very unique position right now where she can collect and choose and select the projects that mean the most to her, and the projects that really speak to her. So shy. You work very, very hard. So we're just waiting, of course, for the lovely Zoe Tay, who's just getting ready, coming down the lovely red carpet. Everyone's waiting in eager anticipation, so we can begin the big awards tonight. Again, since 1991, we've had the Silver Screen Awards, and that was a massive platform, honestly, and that's how we eventually came to know the great Asian filmmakers of our time. It was the first time that that category, the Asian film category, ever made it in an international competition. And here we are celebrating Saturday, December 5th, all together in style. Hopefully, you're saying hello to some old friends, but do take the opportunity to make some new ones. This is a wonderful networking opportunity. And even if you just want to go up to someone whose film you really admire, please do talk to them. It is Saturday after all, and we're all family. Thanks very much. Enjoy the drinks and shall be meeting Zoe Tay. Just a good day. Fabulous. Very, very good. Is there a particular reason that this part of the carpet no one wants to attend? You get much closer to the celebrities. There's really nothing wrong with it. We double check everything.
I'm here with Tay Ping Hui. Everybody in Singapore knows him as an actor, as a director, a very, very prominent guy right here. Now, just to ask from you, right? You're involved in many things right now. Are there any new adventures that you'd like to fill us in on?
I've really tried it all. I've been an actor, I've done stage, I've done musical, I've directed a movie. So I think the new challenge, what I'm trying to do next is pretty much to write a screenplay, perhaps write some songs for my next movie or my next drama. So I think it's really an expansion of what I do already. So it's kind of like if I'm doing the core things in the past, perhaps now I can add more peripheral items to it. Yeah.
So you sing, you act, you direct. Do you have a particular favorite that you go, hey, every time you take on this role, you're especially excited to do it?
I think I can only say I try to sing, I try to act, and I try to direct because, I can do it, but like people might say that I'm bad at it, but I keep working at it. It's really like golf. You can never be good enough. You can be 5 handicap and you can go down to 3 and then 0 and -1. So it's really about grinding it out every day, and I'm still doing it every day. And each time I go to a new project, I work with new people like you. Believe it or not, I actually learn new things. I observe people and I listen to them talk, whether it's technical or artistic issues. Right, I still learn new things all the time.
Right, and as a Sing Yeoh veteran, what is it like?
Acting as a Sing Yeoh veteran, I remember when I was really young in secondary school, we used to love those songs, and those were the stuff that really motivated me to learn to play the guitar and to sing. So I think our golden age of Singapore music was then. To be able to represent my character Jiang Chufan in the show, to be able to represent all the creme de la creme in our local music scene is really an honor, because all the songs that everybody hear in the show, right, that we have in the shows, for example, 遗忘过去, etc., were all written by me. So it's really an honor to be able to represent all these people, because they're such a talented lot. I truly believe that we have so much talent, so many talented people in Singapore, whether it's musicians, actors, or directors, especially directors. At this award, at this festival, I was honored, I have the honor of watching Eric's film. Right. So I really love the film. I just hope that it will be shown to the public with no cuts. Give it R21 or whatever it is, but I think it is essential that we don't cut it, because then we will truly see Eric's vision for the movie, and we can really, really understand what he's trying to say. Because I think if you cut it, something will be missing. Some of the essence will be missing. So I think that's important, though. Yeah.
Perfect. Truly a talent, and supporting young talent out there as well, and standing up for what he believes in. Thank you so much for the very talented Mr. Tay Ping Hui.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Cheers, bro.
Around the corner, so we have to make sure. This is the thing. So far, no one has been clapping for the jury panel. Michelle Yeoh is quite a big deal. Can you do me a big favor and at least clap? Please clap for Michelle Yeoh. She's come all the way to Singapore tonight for this big award ceremony, so please do so. And I think when she's satisfied with the crowd, she will definitely make her way to the stage. This is again the first time that the Cinema Legend Award is being introduced to the Silver Screen Awards. And of course, from now on, it is going to be going to the deserved actor who's made astounding accomplishments to put Asian cinema on the global map. And that is something certainly that Michelle Yeoh has done. So she is soon to be on her way, and I can't wait to ask her some questions. Cinema Legend Award tomorrow at 11 a.m. So I've just been told that the house is actually open. If you'd like to go and take your seats, you can, but we do encourage you to stay because, of course, Michelle Yeoh is coming, and we also have Dan Patel, who's going to be here, and Matthew Brown. They're going to be here as well, so they're going to be coming up on stage. So if you want to meet them, you probably ought to stick around just a little bit longer. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the recipient of the Cinema Legend Award at the Silver Screen Awards. Please welcome Michelle Yeoh. Thank you so very much. An absolute congratulations. We're so happy to see you here. Thank you for coming to Singapore. Just a few questions though. When you heard that you were going to be receiving this award, it's the first time it's ever been done. So really, you're the catalyst. What went through your mind?
Good evening. It is a real pleasure to be here tonight, and I really thank the Singapore International Film Festival. Great honor. Honestly, when I first heard about it, how can two conference? Maybe the other.
It's not a lifetime achievement award, don't worry.
But I already got it. So the other explanations, a legend could be a mythical person. I'm just a little fire the time, okay? But it's a real honor. I'm really proud to be. But I think most important, I'm here because I support what the Singapore International Film Festival is doing. We need this for our international players, moving up the Singapore directors, actors, filmmakers, so that there is an exchange, there is communication with the international and our local.
And that is wonderful. We congratulate you tonight. But lastly, I was telling the audience earlier before you arrived that you're probably in a very unique position where you can carefully select the projects that mean most to you. So is there anything you can share with us about what you might be embarking on next? Anything, a little secret in maybe?
The thing is, there's always so much cooking in the pot.
Yes.
Because you never know which one will hit and which will miss. That's how it is. That's how it is without the industry. You can't put all the eggs in one basket, so to speak. But I'm very blessed because I work with some of the most incredible people, and they help me get my hits. So I will let you as soon as the time is right. But I will thank some of my friends who came to Johor, from Pinewood Studios, from Marco Polo 2 family. Thank you for being here with us. It's really, really sweet.
And thank you very much. Michelle Yeoh, ladies and gentlemen, receiving the Cinema Legend Award tonight. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for being here. So just to let you know that the house is open. We are waiting, of course, for Dan Patel and Matthew Brown. Matthew Brown being the director of The Man Who Knew Infinity, and Dan Patel, an incredible actor. And of course, in this film, he got to act alongside Jeremy Irons, which is a massive feat, and I'm hoping I can ask him a question about that. But we'll see. They are on their way, but you can choose, of course, to have a seat. If you want to stick around for a little longer, we will be welcoming them, onto the stage in just a few minutes. All right. So until then, please do enjoy the drinks, enjoy the canapes, because this could be a long award session. So you want to make sure you have something in your stomach before the big excitement of the 11 awards and the Silver Screen Awards tonight. Again, Dan Patel and Matthew Brown are on their way before we begin the big night.
guy check with him the audio.
Marina Bay Sands for the Silver Screen Awards, part of the Singapore Media Festival. Now, first introduced in 1991, the Silver Screen Awards has given a huge opening to new filmmakers who've really developed their craft and who some of them have been jury members tonight. Now, the Singapore Film Festival is an event of the Singapore Media Festival along with SGIFF. The Singapore Media Festival also brings together 4 constituent events: the Asian TV Forum and Market, Screen Singapore, Asian Television Awards, and the new edition, Digital Matters. Now, over the past few days, we've met about a good 17,000 members of the public and also filmmakers alike. Now, if you want to catch out more footage, do remember to check them out on www.sgmediafestival.com. Now, we've had a really good time in the past 10 days, and we look forward to next year to see you in Singapore Media Festival 2016.